Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're talking about the trade predictions I have predicted. Before we get started, I'd like to say if you haven't seen my YouTube free agent predictions video, you should watch that video before watching this one. I'd also like to say that most of these trades and values I found was on tradesimulator.com. Alright, let's get the first trade started. Let's start with the Brewers trading to the Giants, Corbin Burns. Corbin Burns' value sits at 11.44 and the Brewers are receiving three minor league pitchers. The value of that sits at 12.3. The Blue Jays will be trading to the Diamondbacks Alek Manoah. The Blue Jays will be receiving outfielder Jake McCarthy. Alek Manoah's value sits at 14.4. Jake McCarthy's value sits at 14.8. The next trade I'll be talking about is the Brewers will be trading to the Cardinals Freddie Peralta. Freddie Peralta's value sits at 64.00. The Brewers will be receiving three minor league pitchers and one minor league offensive player. They will be valued at 60.90. The Mets will be trading to the Cubs Pete Alonso. Pete Alonso's value sits at about 30.00. The Mets are receiving Ian Happ, Drew Smyly, and two minor league pitchers. That value sits at about 27.7. The next trade we'll be talking about is the Angels will trade to the Philadelphia Phillies Mike Trout. Mike Trout's value sits at about 69.70. The Angels will be receiving one offensive minor league player and two minor league pitchers. The value sits at about 65.80. The next trade we'll be talking about is the A's will be trading to the Braves Paul Blackburn. Paul Blackburn's value sits at about 6.20, and the A's will receive three minor league pitchers, and the value will sit at 6.70. The Rays will trade to the Tigers Tyler Glasnow. Tyler Glasnow's value sits at about 13.1. The Rays will receive two minor league pitchers and one minor league offensive player. His value sits at about 14. The White Sox will trade to the Orioles Dylan Cease. The White Sox will receive Austin Hayes, Jason Westberg, and Ryan O'Hearn. That value sits at about 14.1.2, and Dylan Cease's value sits at about 44.80. The Astros will trade to the Blue Jays Alex Bregman. Alex Bregman's value sits at about 20, and Tim Meza is the reliever going to the trade, and Kevin Biggio, the second baseman, value sits at about 25.80. The next trade I'll be talking about is the White Sox will trade to the Giants Yoan Moncada. Yoan Moncada's value sits at about 0. The Giants will trade away two minor league pitchers. The value is about 6.30. The next trade we'll be talking about is the A's will trade to the Guardians Brent Rooker. Brent Rooker's value sits at about 11.90. And Tyler Friedman will be in this trade, and one minor league player sits at about 11.2 for the value. Now, the next trade we're talking about is the Padres will trade to the Yankees Xander Bogaerts. Xander Bogaerts' value sits at about 23.10, and the Padres will receive Click Schmidt and one offensive player from the outfield. The value sits at about 22.2 for the Padres, and for the Yankees, Xander Bogaerts, his value sits at about 23.1. The last trade I'll be talking about is the Blue Jays will trade to the Mariners Vladimir Guerrero Jr., and in return, Ty France and Emerson Hancock, and the trade value for Vladimir Guerrero Jr. sits at about 8.40, and the Mariners Blue Jays trade value for the Ty France and Emerson Hancock value will be at about 12.20. This is all I have for my trade predictions. Please like and subscribe. Stay tuned for more news that will come out in the near future. Thank you for watching this video. Stay tuned for the next. Thanks. Bye-bye.